Alright, hello buddy. Welcome to a random video, an update vlog pretty much. And actually I have wanted to do this for quite some time, but I had a lot of things going on. First of all, as you guys noticed, I have uploaded a short film called Surat Itu on my YouTube, and also I have uploaded a anti-rasuah video on TikTok. So that part of my life is out of the way, and now I'm kind of free to do what I want again for my future projects. And I noticed something crucial just recently, about my decision making of sorts, in terms of my plans for my content creation. Because as things stand right now, I feel like I'm barking up on the wrong tree. Because just to break it down to you guys of what I'm really pushing to do as of late is, just to give you a breakdown of what I'm doing for the past 2 months. Not exactly for the past 2 months, but I've been kind of like slowly building up to for the past 2 months. Is I have had this website of mine for a few months already. I mean, I think almost a year at this point. Okay, so I have a website, and then I have my YouTube channel, I have my TikTok, and I have my Instagram account. And I do have my music distribution on Spotify, on Apple Music, and stuff like that. I mean, that's based on DistroKid. I've been using DistroKid for many many years. I'm just a nobody musician, so I'm just using a cheap distributor. And TikTok. Did I say TikTok? So anyway, now I've been starting to make video content, trying to be rather consistent, and I've been failing because of a lot of my kind of like breakdown of my work, which is really really complicated. I can't describe to you how complicated my plans are, but yes, it's complicated as hell. And that kind of like, I've always reached to this kind of like block on the road, in the sense that I will start crappy. I will make really crappy content. I will just babble, and then I will stop because I decided, okay, this I'm already getting used to making content, and I will try to make quality content. And the moment I transition to that is what makes me stop making content, because of the kind of like really high difficulty difference, kind of like, in making simple content to difficult content. Because before this whole TikTok thing, I've been making YouTube vlogs. I still have those vlogs there, and you will notice that I will have consistent ones, and then I will completely stop. Or maybe I don't completely stop. I will kind of like have a big gap to my like the last few ones, and then I will completely stop, because I feel like I wanted to make high quality content, but end up not really making high quality content, and ultimately not making content at all, because of the really big leap I was trying to make. And it kind of like seemed that I'm not learning from my lesson, as of now. But I'm kind of like doing a mixture of those type of content, because I need to be consistent, that's one thing, and I also need to kind of do high quality content. So, but that is not really the point of the video. I'm just really giving a picture of my current situation. So I have a lot of things going on. I have a lot of streams. I'm doing articles, I'm doing blogs, and I'm doing kind of like video content on all of the platforms. And I had music, which I haven't really started yet. So that got me really thinking, because as a person who has no reach to anyone, who has no kind of like presence online, I feel like maintaining or doing my website right now is really barking up the wrong tree, especially with my financial situation. Because as things stands, my previously my website is taking a lot of money, yet not giving me returns. I'm not having a really steady growth, because yes, I'm happy that my website currently has around 700 clicks per month on average, and it looks good on paper. But until you look at the bounce rate, which is literally 98 to 100%. That means a bounce rate means people click on your content, and then they bounce back, in the sense that, oh, this is not for me, you swipe out. So I have a high click rate rather high for someone who's nobody with 100% click, I mean bounce rate. And that has been going on for months, and I can't understand why, because it's kind of like AI slop in a sense. But I have curated the content pretty well for the certain things that people are really clicking on, and yet it's still not really producing the what I want, but the kind of like um output that I want, in the sense that people are actually reading or using my content, and it's not really going well for me. And I can really say it's mainly due to the current situation we're in, where even I personally use AI a lot for learning, and I use a lot of AI for kind of like reading content. And ultimately, that results in me, even me personally, not really reading people's websites, like especially for nobody. So, which is why I believe that yes, I am really barking up the wrong tree, and that kind of led me to officially, by the end of this video, conclude that I am going to be shutting down my website. Which at first, I was kind of like on the business tier, and I kind of dropped down to more basic tier, just to maintain, to upload articles online on my website. But now I'm thinking of actually just stopping that and continuing to proceed to do that on Medium instead, because I should actually focus on growing my kind of like presence first, rather than trying to start up a website directly. Which is kind of like mind-boggling for me at this point, to realize this late. Um, I've spent a lot of money on this, and I mean, we learn from our mistakes, and it's really heavy for me to think this way. But as things are, I feel like this is actually the most logical step forward. And rather than focusing on building my website, I rather focus on building my content on my social media, where people are actually on. It's the same thing. It's like no one goes to Google go online on a browser and then search for certain content and then click on like the seventh link, which is my website, usually on the sixth, seventh row, which is a good thing if you're on the first page. But for medical content, no one does that. For self-help, people don't search for self-help anymore. People just go for YouTube. People go on TikTok, Instagram, and then, or maybe they just ask AI, because AI can be a good, self-help coach on their own. And that is, in a way, saddening for me, because I've been really dreaming to be a writer. But that seems to be not really going the right way with how I'm expanding to my website. So to conclude it all, yes, the main reason is that I'm just really trying to rant up my realization of how I'm going on the wrong direction, and I'm rerouting my direction to the right path. So I'm shutting down my website. I'm shutting down all of my kind of like medical notes for the time being, actually, because I still want to do this, just that not in this way that I'm doing. I'm just throwing garbage online. I need to reroute in a proper way to do it. So that was my mom. So the best method right now is to really focus on doing these notes and stuff like that on social media as snippets, which is kind of like something I never considered doing, but now I'm really considering to refocus on that now. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope this will be kind of like something I can look back on and think, okay, Daniel, this is the right decision you've done. So that's pretty much it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.